Hello, I'm Pastor Cody, and I'm excited to have you all with us right now in our first session of our Compassion Camp Vacation Bible School. Thank you for being with us, for watching the video with the storytelling, and for answering the questions that we had in the last session, and doing some coloring. I'm excited to be coloring myself and to be joining you all and doing this Compassion Camp together. So as I think about compassion, I think about one of the things that feels compassionate to me, especially as we talk about being compassionate around the table with one another, is the ways that we try to understand how each other is feeling. Have you ever sat around a dinner table and there's somebody sitting at the table who's feeling upset or angry, and they kind of make everybody else kind of feel what they're feeling? That's what it is to have compassion, to experience what others are feeling, to help them work through it, to understand what they're dealing with, and to invite God into those feelings along with them. Sometimes there's somebody who's really happy or really excited, and their feeling of excitement or happiness can invite us into that happiness as well, and we find ourselves filled with joy. And so as I think about compassion and I think about ways that we're feeling, I want to play a little game with you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a face, and I want you to figure out what kind of face I'm making, or how I might be feeling when I make this face. Are you ready? All right, I'm going to try to be tricky. Okay, here's the first face. How do you think I felt? If you guessed angry, you were right. I was trying to do an angry face, although I don't make angry faces all too often. So it doesn't feel, kind of try to have some angry eyes. Can you have angry eyes? Show me your best angry eyes. Nice job. There's some sprinklers going on. This could get interesting out here. So next I'm going to try another face. Are you ready for the next one? All right. All right, how do you think I am feeling right now? If you guessed happy, then you're right. That was my best happy face that I can make. Good and big and cheesy. Can you show me your best big, cheesy, happy face? Those are some great happy faces. All right, I'm going to try to think of a little bit more challenging one here. Let's see. How about this one? What face do you think I'm trying to make right now? If you guessed confused, you were right. I don't know if that's a very good confused face. Show me your best confused face. Those are some good confused faces. So my challenge for you is to be watching the people around you. Whoever lives at home with you, your parents or your siblings or friends that you may see out social distanced out at the park or something, be watching the faces of those around you and try to understand and see how they're feeling. And when you see them feeling those ways, and it may be tricky because if people are wearing masks, you'll see how much more complicated this is if I can figure out where I put my mask. If people are wearing masks, then the only thing that you're going to see for how they're feeling is you're going to see their eyes. So I'm going to show you my best angry eyes. Here's my angry eyes. And here are my happy eyes. You ready? They're going to go from angry eyes to happy eyes. There are my happy eyes. So it's a little bit more complicated if we're wearing masks to try to see and understand how each person is feeling. But I bet that you can do it. So I want to introduce you to another game. You'll find this game, I think, on about page 28 or maybe page 30, 34, somewhere in that range in your family packs. You'll find a sheet that looks like this. And in your door drop bag, you'll find an extra one of these as well. So you should have 2 sheets of this paper. I didn't color mine. I haven't gotten that far yet, but I will color it this week. But it looks like this. You have 2 copies. And I invite you to cut out all 6 or all 12 when you have 2 copies, all 12 of these squares, and they're going to look like this. And you can play this game by yourself or with your parent or whoever you live with, or you can play it with your siblings. But this is a memory game. So it's a matching game. So you're going to lay the pieces out like this. And try not, you might be able to see through the pieces of paper. Try not to look, because that won't be as much fun if you've already guessed which ones go together. So I'm not going to do it because it's a little bit breezy out here. But lay these out like that, and then like any other matching game, you flip them over and you try to get two that match. Although this game is a little bit more tricky, because you're not just trying to figure out who can get the most matches, but every time you find a match, like this one says happy, so if you find two matching happy faces, what I want you to do is to make the face that you find the match of, like happy. And try to make that same face, and he's actually closing his eyes. There's his happy face. Or there's this one, which is mad, so you can try to make that mad face. This person she's feeling sad. And she has a tear. I can't make myself cry. And I think there's a couple more here. So there's mad. Oh, this is my favorite. This one is a silly face. And I bet that you can make some silly faces. So I'm going to show you my very silliest face. Are you ready for this? So his face, his silly face, is kind of his tongue sticking out. It looks like this. Can you make that silly face? Good job. And then there's an excited face, and there's a scared face. So I hope that you will play this game, and I hope that you'll learn more about yourself and how you're feeling. In the coming days, one of our themes is going to be compassion for yourself. And so part of that compassion for yourself is to understand what you're feeling, but also having compassion for others. And compassion at the table is to look around the table, look around your dinner table tonight, and see what the people sitting with you are feeling. And see if you can understand, and see if they're feeling sad, if you can help them. If they're happy or excited, maybe you can celebrate with them. But to be in community and to be having compassion and love and care for each other, just as God has called us and gifted us and empowered us to do. Thank you for joining me for this activity, and I invite you to stay tuned and watch our next one coming up. Thank you very much. God bless you.